As we approach the end of the year now, it's the perfect time to reflect on the stories, events, and moments that made 2025 memorable. Your station is already a community hub, so why not reinforce that role with a special year end review feature for your station website? Yeah, right now is the perfect time to craft a year in review page. There are still a few weeks left in the year. So, and there are several ways that this kind of content is going to help you and your radio station here in the last few days of the year. It's one, this year in review page is going to boost website traffic. And that's really what any kind of content that we do for our website is. It's supposed to boost our website traffic, and seasonal roundups get shared more often, especially when they include listener participation. So if a listener is mentioned as they were the big winner of this big prize that you had sometime earlier in the year, they are more likely to share this page out with their followers. All right. And so, or if maybe a certain area around town that they are in is mentioned on this best of page or this year in review page, then it's going to be shared out by them. All right. So it's also going to increase your on air engagement. Promote the feature during shows and then ask for listener input to drive interaction. What were your listeners' biggest events from 2025? Get that information and include it on this page. It's going to open up sponsorship opportunities for you as well, because of course you're going to be mentioning this on air, and this is going to have an online place. So you obviously going to have prime real estate for either a single sponsor to have high visibility, or perhaps you break it up into different sections of the biggest news stories, the biggest events, the biggest contests, the biggest whatever throughout the year, and you have different sponsors for each one of these sections. Either way, you can see that if this page has a lot of great content on it, and then you have sponsorships who want to be a part of this, and they know that it's going to be shared out, they're going to want to be on this page. And then it's going to extend your content life. More than likely, you're going to be linking back to those posts or events or concerts back in the year that happened and that made that year in review list. Well, that all of this becomes evergreen content and then links back to those previous posts help your SEO. So it's going to extend the life, and then it's going to boost the SEO of each one of those content items that you are linking back to. All right. So more than likely, this content is going to live on way past into 2026, because folks are going to be, the social media feeds, they're not going to feed it to every single person and everybody's feed at the same time. So a lot of folks are not probably going to get this link until into January of 26, but still, you still have that opportunity for that to be shared out amongst everybody in your community. And then your year in review can be as simple and really as elaborate as your time allows. Like I said, you still have a few weeks left in the year to pull this off. Some of the items to consider for this page will be, of course, your top local news stories. And then, of course, include links to those posts on your website to increase the SEO, the more popular on-air moments or interviews that you had in 2025, and major local events or concerts, local sports highlights. If your local team went to the playoffs, and then they went to the finals, and then they went to the nationals or whatever like that, these are the kinds of stories that you'll want to have on this page. And then reach out for staff picks. What were the big music moments and the big memories throughout the year? Listener poll results. Like I said, if you're reaching out to listeners on air or on social media, what was their biggest moments of 2025 locally? You can include that on this page. And then, of course, include photo galleries and embedded videos on this page as well, to kind of keep people on this page a whole lot longer. Because as we know, one of the SEO things we have, if you're treating this like another radio station, which you should, your website, then one of the new metrics in Google Analytics 4 is time on site or time on page. And the more time that you can keep people on this one particular page, the better the SEO for that page is going to be. And embedded galleries, embedded audio, and embedded video is a great way to do that. You can make this page interactive as well. Encourage your audience to vote on their favorite stories that you include include on this page and share their own moments. So you have maybe a poll. Which one of these was your favorite for the year? Or have a form. Which one did we miss? What was your favorite event of 2025? The content that you get back from the interaction, the user generated content, can be maybe its own thing that you uh, actually have on into 2026. More people on our year in review page said that this was their most memorable thing. So this could be content that you're generating on into January of 2026 based on this year in review page. And then be sure that you monetize this. Like I say, sell sponsorships around the page. This could be a title sponsor, or if you break it up into different sections, it could be a section for the most popular events for the year, or the most memorable on-air mentions, or the interviews that we had, or the photo galleries, or whatever like that. And then so you're monetizing either with a title sponsorship or with a section sponsorship. All right. So, and this is should be pretty easy to sell, because if you're going to be generating buzz, especially through user generated content, if you're getting feedback on air and on social to include on this, advertisers are going to want to be a part of that conversation. And especially if you're getting a lot of traction just before you have created the page. All right. So there are quite a bit of advertising opportunities involved with this kind of a page. And you definitely want to start promoting this page right now. Like I said, you have a few weeks left to pull it off before the end of the year. So go ahead and start teasing it as soon as you hear about this on air and on social media, while you build this page in the background, or while you are taking these, what was your best of moment, or your, for 2025, your most memorable moment of the year. And so you're generating buzz, and then you're driving traffic to your website as well. All right. So your station's website should be more than just a billboard. You already know this. This kind of content helps you reinforce that as your site as being a destination for the community. All right. So a year in review page, it's actually very, very simple to pull off. All you're doing is you're maybe looking back at the analytics, and you're pulling the most popular pages throughout the year, and you're putting links to them on this page. You're getting user generated feedback from on air and on social media to include on this page. And then you are selling it with monetization, and you have advertisers wanting to be on this page. So you're highlighting content. This page, it's building your SEO from those previous things. It's really, you cannot lose with this kind of a page. All right. So, and you still have enough time to pull it off for the end of the year. Now, if you don't have a website that allows you to showcase your station's biggest moments on a page like this, well, then reach out to us at skyrocketradio.com, because we built our websites with the tools that make creating this kind of feature pages like this year in review very simple, very fast. We're sponsor ready. And so we're just standing by waiting to help you engage more with your online audience and bring you more revenue in 2026. Of course, when you come on board, you still get these great best of practices as well. So we want to help you through your online journey throughout the rest of this year and on into next year. Again, reach out to us at skyrocketradio.com. Hopefully this information helps you. If it has, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in the next one.